After what has felt like the longest break between PLEs in a really weirdly long time, here are my Clash in Paris predictions. And again, we're here with 5 matches because it fucking blows my mind that WWE just refuses to do more than 5 matches for a PLE. There's only been one PLE this entire year other than SummerSlam and WrestleMania that has had more than 5 matches. I don't understand why. This is a match card that should have had at least 7 matches. It's just that simple, but they refuse to do it. But here we go. So we're actually starting off with the Fatal 4-Way between Jey Uso, LA Knight, CM still the best in the world Punk, and Seth Fuckhead Rollins. I started off doing this match because I feel like this is the most obvious match. There's no way that Seth Rollins should lose this match. The only way I will accept Seth Rollins losing is if they put the title on LA Knight. I don't give a shit if it's for 20 minutes. I'm still waiting for the day that we can call LA Knight a world champion. I'm waiting for the day because that's the real underdog story, because they're finally starting to realize that Sami Zayn is not the underdog. They finally changed it on SmackDown. So maybe they've been actually kind of listening to me, because I've been saying this for a long time. Sami Zayn is not the underdog. LA Knight is the underdog story you're looking for, that you could build to someday. I'm not saying right now, but I'm saying someday. But I swear to God, if somehow Jey Uso wins this match, I will go outside in my backyard, I will hop my fence and lay on the train tracks until a train comes, because don't even tease me with a Jey Uso World Heavyweight Championship run. We've done it twice, and no. My pick is the very obvious Seth Rollins. There's no way he's going to lose this match unless somehow Roman costs him and gives LA Knight the win. If not, I'll fly to Pensacola myself and kiss Roman Reigns on the mouth. But in all seriousness, I just don't see a world where Seth Rollins loses, because there's still so much story to tell. Between the teases of Roman Reigns on Raw saying he has so much more stuff to do, I still think at this point in time, with Sami Zayn moving to SmackDown, which thank God, which by the way, Cross was right. I just want to put that out there. Cross was right. But with Sami Zayn going to SmackDown, what is the big match for the World Heavyweight Champion? It's right there. Easiest layup of all time. When WWE has a layup, they just refuse to do it and they fucking bounce it off the backboard. But the easiest layup of all time right now is Roman versus Seth for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. So in my theory, Seth wins at Clash in Paris. There's just, there cannot be another way. And because Bronson Reed is busy, I do think that Bron Breakker is going to be the one to help Seth in this match. And I think down the line, which I'm just throwing shit out there and seeing what's going to stick on the wall, is Breakker helps Seth win, and eventually we somehow get LA Knight and CM Punk as tag team champions. Don't ask me how it's going to happen, but it's just right there. It would be so good. It would be so funny. That's my prediction for that. Seth Rollins is going to win this match. Next, we have Sheamus versus Rusev in a good old Donnybrook, I guess, street fight. I don't really know what they're doing with that. It's just one of those matches on the card where you just want chaos, and these two have been going at it for a couple months. I don't really see a world where it makes a lot of sense for Sheamus to win this match. I don't love Rusev. Rusev in 2025 is just a no for me. I know what they're trying to do, and I feel like Rusev would benefit this way more if he beat Sheamus versus the other way around. So I'm going to take Rusev here. I'm not that excited for the match. I'm excited for the chaos because they will kill each other, which is awesome, but I don't really care for this match, if I'm being honest with you. Next is Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella, which, I mean, I guess it's an exciting match, but currently Becky Lynch is the best champion in WWE right now, bar none. She has had the most interesting storylines. She's had the best reign so far. She's carrying this title and making it super important. I'm shocked that she's still the champion by this point, but I mean, damn, she's crushing it. It's like one of those kind of dream matches, I guess, if you really like Nikki Bella. I don't really care for Nikki Bella. She was never impressive to me. I don't think Becky Lynch is going to lose this match if they did, again, see me on the train tracks. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's kind of mind-blowing that there's only one women's match on this card. And this is not me kissing ass to the women. It's just like, some of these matches could be 5 to 10 minutes, and you have so much more time to do. So the fact that they didn't have more than 5 matches on this card, at least as of right now in the filming and making of this video, because we might get something on SmackDown later, but it blows my mind that they booted Stephanie Vaquer off the card. You could have just had the match. Who cares? Just give Stephanie Vaquer a chance. I'm not saying she has to win, but just give her a match at Clash of Paris. Just stick to the word. I understand that Naomi's pregnant, so she can't wrestle. They're going to announce a new contender anyway to fight Stephanie Vaquer. Why not just do it at Clash in Paris? It's not like whoever's going to win anyway, you're going to do anything with anyway. Just make a cool moment at Clash in Paris and then have them off TV for 4 to 5 months like you always do. So it doesn't matter anyway. So who cares? Why am I even making this video at this point? Next is Roman Reigns versus the feet fetish guy, Bronson Reed. And listen, the obvious choice here is Roman Reigns, but I disagree with all of that. I think the Vision should clean sweep this PLE and just take over, because what good does it do for a faction that they are trying to build as this dominant faction if they're just losing and they're losing, even if it's to your top star. I'm not saying Bronson Reed has to beat Roman clean. I'm not saying any of that. All I'm saying is that not only would it benefit Bronson Reed because they kind of need him to be this more character, because as of right now, Bronson Reed is just a parody of Roman Reigns, and it's kind of annoying, and I really don't like that they're doing that. Bronson Reed is literally the shorter, bigger, wider version of Roman Reigns. His whole gimmick now is stealing shoes, which would have been cool if there was just a thing that Bronson Reed did as like disrespect. But now they're calling him the tribal thief and the Shulafala. Like, what are we doing here? It's just dumb, and I don't like that they're just taking Roman Reigns and just making Bronson Reed a parody of what Roman Reigns is. To me, that's stupid. I kind of wish they didn't do that. They could have done anything else with Bronson Reed, just being this big brute force. Not everything has to be a gimmick. Not everything has to be on a t-shirt. You know what I mean? Have him be a dominant big guy. Like, that's all you need him to do. You didn't have to make him be obsessed with feet and shoes. It's just weird. You didn't have to do that. They can have their own characters and characteristics. To me, it's just stupid. But at the same time, if you want to make this faction feel important and feel like a threat, I think Bronson Reed should win here. So I'm going to pick Bronson Reed. I'm not saying he has to win cleanly. I'm saying he's probably going to have help with Bron Breakker and maybe even Seth Rollins. Who knows? I just think it would help them a lot. So I'm going to take Bronson Reed here to beat Roman Reigns, and it's not going to be clean. And what you can do is, you have Bronson Reed do like 15 tsunamis so you can write Roman Reigns off TV, because you know that Roman Reigns just loves to take his vacations. Perfect way to do it. Perfect way to get some heat on Bronson Reed and make him feel like a threat. He took out Roman Reigns, and it would really just help the faction that is the Vision, because they kind of need it at this point. And last but certainly not least is John Cena versus AJ Styles. Oh, right. Never mind. Because why the fuck would you not want to recreate one of the best moments in WWE history with one of the best crowds in the entire world? Instead, we're getting John Cena versus Logan Paul. Which, again, you also could have added Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles at Clash in Paris. Doesn't have to be on Monday Night Raw. Just weird choices all around. This is a weird one because the way my brain is operating is I expect some interference with either the Fatal 4-Way or the Roman Reigns match. But what I could also see, because they want to build to WrestlePalooza, and I don't know how many more appearances we're getting from John Cena up until WrestlePalooza, I think Brock Lesnar should return and either cost John Cena the match, which I don't love. I don't want John Cena to lose again for the entire time until I guess his last match, because that's probably what's going to happen. But to get some heat and some storylines going forward for WrestlePalooza, I think Brock Lesnar should return here and either try to cost John Cena the match or return after the match. But John Cena gets his lick back because, what happened at SummerSlam. And you want to build a story where at least they're even going into WrestlePalooza, because at this point, that's probably what's going to happen. If Logan Paul wins because of Brock Lesnar, see me on the train tracks. I don't know. Like, it's just, do not give Logan Paul the victory over John Cena in his retirement tour. I don't beg for much. I beg for maybe an LA Knight World title win, and I guess I'm begging WWE to just not let Logan Paul have a victory over John Cena. Just please. I don't need to hear that in my life. I really don't. The most undeserving person, please don't. So I'm going to take John Cena here because, please. And that's it. I feel like I've filmed for like 5 minutes. So, that's the whole card. There's only 5 matches. Should have been at least 7. You could have had Dom Mysterio versus AJ Styles on this card. And you should have just had the Stephanie Valkyrie World title match and just pick whoever you want. Doesn't fucking matter, because they're not going to use them anyway. They're going to win the championship. They're going to have this moment, and it's going to be awesome. And then we're not going to see them again until fucking the week before WrestleMania. So you might as well just give it back to Io Sky at that point and just have her just fuck off, because that's what they're going to do anyway. So whatever. But those are my picks for Clash in Paris. I am still relatively excited for this card. I know there's a couple people that aren't really that excited, but depending on how some of these matches go, might be good. And I'm excited for the Fatal 4-Way, even though I think it's an obvious choice of who's going to win. I think it's going to be a pretty good match. It'll be interesting, to say the least. Just don't let Jey Uso win. Please, for the love of God, no yeet.